But with that being said, we had a game tonight that showed us a lot. We played against Indiana. What did you see when you watched that game? Because Jalen Brunson went into foul trouble early in the game, and he only finished with 9 points. But what did
Mhm.
you see from the Knicks as far as resiliency without the captain? And I don't want to say he's the heart and soul because I think Josh Hart's the heart and soul,
Mhm.
but he's the engine that makes that he stirs that drink. What did you
Yeah.
see as far as resiliency there?
I think that statement that Tibbs always says is why the team loves him. Next man
Mm-hmm.
up. Like
Mm-hmm.
they all fed into it and they all believe in it. And that's how you build a culture of a great basketball organization and team. Right? It's like, all right, I'm having a bad game. I play somebody else and you know what I mean? I gotta cheer for my guys. I can't just be sitting here and got 5 fouls, only 8 points. Somebody else is gonna pick up the slack like Cat did. Oh, Precious Achua. I think these are really important minutes for him right now because OG's obviously not playing either, which he's our best defender.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is getting Precious Achua into the rhythm of things now. So I think now when OG comes back and he comes off the bench now, what we need is somebody to actually have some type of scoring from there. We can't just always depend on,
Yeah.
Shamit to make a three or, campaign to do what he was been doing. And today kind of showed it too because campaign has a ton of
He
starting
does.
point guard minutes. And it goes to show that if needed, he can do what we need to do to get to where we need to be because the Pacers are not a slacking team.
Mm-hmm.
They're like second overall in pace. They're like 10th in like offense. Like they can do what they need to do, but for us to go in there and totally out rebound them, the way that we were just controlling the paint, it just goes to show that we have other ways and techniques to beating a good team when our captain is playing bad and our best defender is not on the court. And
That's
and
a
that just
that's a
and
big
that just
thing. Yeah.
goes to show, like I think that's a huge thing.
Think about this. And I was watching this earlier in the game when Jalen went out and he kind of gave Josh Hart this look like, you know, take over, like finish these but like, like he was so
Yeah.
mad. It was more like kind of like, like if the police are putting me in the back of the police car, I'm like, yo, avenge me, dog. That
Yo,
type
man, man, like,
that type of shit. And that was what I saw. And Josh Hart finishes with 30 and 10 boards. And Cat finishes with 40 and 12. So you got 70 of 128 coming from two guys that were inspired. They played inspired basketball today. And that
Mhm.
is what was, especially against Indiana. That's a team that we as New Yorkers always want to do good against.
end the way.
Yeah, always. You know what I mean? So I think that what I saw tonight was not only inspired basketball, was exactly what you said. Next man up. We got your back. We understand what's going on here. Don't worry about it. We'll handle it. And they played a game that really, to me, showed what the heart and soul of New York is about. Now, here's my concern. We're going into, tomorrow's night's game, which is at home, and we're playing against Atlanta, against that shithead Trae,
Uh,
who annoys. Oh my gosh, he's one
the
of the most
homie
annoying.
needs to just let it go though. Like his hair
Yeah,
is just like,
yeah, right. So he comes into Madison Square Garden where he's traditionally done well, um, and now we have to figure out what type of energy we're going to send in his direction because we can't allow one. We have to win the last game going into the All Star break.
Mhm.
It's crucial for momentum. It's crucial for just overall morale. I think, and of course these games count. We don't want to go on break before the break.
Yeah.
So we have to think in those terms that we absolutely need this game. But and with a 35 and 18 record, I think we're 17 and I don't know, 17 and 7 or 8 away, which of course tonight was important. Going back home, we got to
Put it up
protect
and
this
on.
house. So we have to go back to Madison Square Garden and we have to protect this house and we have to make sure that Trae Young comes in there and we bump him around and make him uncomfortable early in the game and we take that game over. Now I'm excited because they don't have DeAndre, not DeAndre, because they traded him away. DeAndre Hunter.
Oh,
Hunter's
DeAndre
gone.
Hunter. Oh, yeah.
DeAndre Hunter's gone. So that kind of changes the complexion because DeAndre Hunter's an absolute, stud. He can score the basketball and he's a good defender.
Yeah.
So, without him being there, I don't see Atlanta being as formidable. So we'll see how that pans out. We'll see if Anunoby's back. I thought that Anunoby would be back today. I know he was questionable all day and then last minute scratch. So we'll see if he's back on the court. If he's back on the court, of course, that changes Precious's role, which Precious looks great in the early going. Like he absolutely is a fire stick in the early going in that game. What do you see as far as like what is your overall like vision or prediction about how we fare against Atlanta tomorrow? And what are your like main goals as far as like what the things that we need to pay attention to and stop?